Under a sky veiled by crimson light, the mists shift and curl like living things. Shapes stir within them, whispers, shadows, promises of dread. Then, as the fog parts, a land is revealed. This is Ravenloft, not a world, but a prison of worlds bound together in fear. Here the night never truly ends. Wolves howl through black forests, spirits cling to ruined halls, and tyrants sit upon thrones of sorrow. Each realm is a reflection of its master, a cruel mirror where the guilty are condemned to rule as lords, yet suffer as captives. And above them, unseen and unknowable, loom the dark powers, weaving every sin into a cage from which there is no escape. Ravenloft is not only a stage for monsters, it is a crucible for heroes. For within its haunted valleys and broken castles, champions of light are tested in ways no battlefield could ever prepare them for. To enter the mists is to gamble with hope itself, knowing that survival may demand more than courage, it may demand one's very soul. The tale of Ravenloft begins not with a world, but with a single cursed valley. Hidden deep within the mists lies Barovia, a land of dark forests and brooding mountains, ruled from a towering fortress known as Castle Ravenloft. Its master is Count Strahd von Zarovich, a warrior turned vampire, whose tragic obsession with love and power bound his realm in eternal night. Unlike the mindless monsters of earlier legends, Strahd was a villain of depth and sorrow, a brilliant general, a cold aristocrat, and a man undone by jealousy. His pact with the unseen dark powers transformed him into Ravenloft's first Darklord, shackled to his valley as both ruler and prisoner. The peasants of Barovia live in constant dread, their lives overshadowed by the Count's hunger and the restless dead that stalk the old Svalich road. Castle Ravenloft itself looms above them like a second sun, its halls echoing with ghostly whispers, its master ever watching. What began with Strahd and Barovia was more than a cursed valley. It was the first note in a greater symphony of horror. The land itself seemed to twist to reflect its master's sin, and unseen powers watched with cruel satisfaction. This pattern would not remain confined to one domain. In time, the mists would seek other tyrants, other tragedies, and bind them into the tapestry of dread. From the cursed valley of Barovia, the mists stretched outward, seizing tyrants and their lands from distant worlds. Each became a domain of dread, a prison shaped from the sins of its ruler, and each ruler became a Darklord, powerful yet forever bound by torment. In Mordent, the moors are grey and haunted, filled with whispers of the past. Its master, Lord Wilfred Godefroy, murdered his own kin and now roams as a ghost, cursed to linger in the halls of his manor, bound to grief that never ends. The kingdom of Darkon belongs to Azalin Rex, a lich whose empire of the dead is matched only by his bitterness. Though he commands endless legions, his torment is stagnation. He cannot learn a single new spell, no matter how much he schemes. In Falkovnia, Vlad Dracov rules as a merciless warlord, his land forever locked in violence. He craves conquest, but every campaign collapses into defeat. His victories are illusions, washed away in endless cycles of blood. In the icy land of Lamordia, cold reason reigns. Here stalks Adam, the Darklord born of Mordenheim's science, a flesh golem of terrible power. His curse is fury and isolation, forever at war with the man who created him and the world that recoils from him. The desert sands of Har'Akir bury the tombs of lost dynasties. Within them reigns Ankhtepot, a mummy lord cursed to linger without his ka, the soul essence that would grant him peace. His kingdom is a graveyard, his eternity an empty throne. In Sorania, the swamps reek of rot. Anton Misroy rules with necromantic power, raising the drowned and the forgotten. Yet though he surrounds himself with death, he is forever cursed to loneliness, never finding comfort among his legions of corpses. The elegance of Dementlia hides corruption beneath masks and finery. Its master, Dominic Dornaire, manipulates hearts and minds with charm and deceit, but his curse ensures that no love, no devotion is ever true. All affection toward him is hollow, all loyalty false. The hills of Cartacas echo with song and story, but their master is no mere bard. Harkon Lucas, a wolf-were, enthralls whole villages with his voice, yet betrayal dogs his every step. No matter how many are drawn to him, none remain faithful when it matters most. In Richemouleau, the streets lie strangely empty. Beneath the silence, the land crawls with rats. Its mistress, Jacqueline Rainier, is a were-rat queen whose power is built on secrecy and fear. Her curse ensures she can never trust her kin, for even her family conspires against her. In Borca, poison flows as freely as wine. Ivana Boritsi, its mistress, kills with a touch as beautiful as it is deadly. Yet this gift condemns her to a loveless life. Her cousin Ivan Delisnia is equally cruel, his games of torment and paranoia choking the land. Together they weave a court of betrayal, where trust itself is poison. Far to the wastes lies Bloodspur, a land unlike any other. Its storms crackle over barren stone, and beneath the surface lurks the illithid Godbrain, a monstrous intellect whose curse is madness, its genius consumed by its own paranoia, gnawing at itself in eternal fear. Other domains are no less cursed. In Hazlan, the Red Wizard Hazlik rules a land of magic and tyranny, yet his every ritual fails to erase his shame. In Invidia, the cunning Gabrielle Adair rules with demonic blood in her veins, her curse tied to a son she cannot control. Valachen is a jungle of predators, where Baron Ulrich von Karkov, once a great cat-turned-vampire, stalks both prey and throne, yet finds no true belonging. And in Sithicus, the shattered realm of black forests and broken memories, the Death Knight Lord Soth once ruled. His curse to relive his failures until the land itself turned against him. In Markovia, horror takes the form of flesh itself. Dr. František Markov, a twisted surgeon, experiments on beast and man alike, reshaping them into abominations. His curse is the mockery of his creations, which reflect not perfection, but his own corruption. Together, these lands form the demi-plane of dread. Each is a mirror of its master's sins, and each master wears a crown that is also a chain. In Ravenloft, no tyrant rules freely. They command armies, castles, and fear, but never their own fate. The mists are eternal, yet even within their grasp, Ravenloft has known upheaval. The most infamous of these was the Grand Conjunction, a prophecy written in Hiskosa's Hexad. One by one, its verses unfolded, tearing apart the fabric of the demiplane. Domains collapsed, Darklords tasted freedom, and for a moment it seemed the prison would fail. But the dark powers restored their web, proving that escape is nothing but a cruel dream. Another tale is the Grim Harvest, born of Azalin Rex's ambition. His ritual annihilated Il-Aluk in an instant, transforming it into Necropolis, a city of eternal night where the dead rule and the living do not survive. The event proved that even a Darklord's schemes can backfire, leaving only tragedy behind. Yet the history of Ravenloft is not written by rulers alone. It is shaped by the horrors that stalk its shadows. In Barovia, the vampire looms eternal, his hunger shaping the land around him. In Cartacas, werewolves prowl the forests, their howls echoing with both savagery and sorrow. The swamps of Surain bubble with the endless moans of zombies pulled from their graves. In Har'Akir, desiccated mummies rise from forgotten tombs, their curses carried on desert winds. In Lamordia, the stitched flesh of golems rampages against both master and creation. And in Bluetspur, the alien hunger of mind flayers leaves even heroes broken, their thoughts no longer their own. Across the core, these monsters became the foundation of legends. Heroes faced them in desperate hunts, scholars chronicled them in whispered tomes, and common folk told stories by firelight, each tale more fearful than the last. Above all stands the legacy of Dr. Rudolf van Richten, whose guides to vampires, werewolves, ghosts, and other horrors became beacons of knowledge. His writings transformed terror into resistance, arming mortals with the hope that no creature of the night is invincible. In Ravenloft, every monster carries a story, and every story ends in tragedy. but it is the clash between these horrors and those who dare face them that gives Ravenloft its power. The legends live on not because of victory, but because of the cost paid to defy the darkness. Thus the mists close once more, sealing the domains of dread in their eternal midnight. Ravenloft endures as a prison of tyrants, a crucible of horror, and a stage where even the smallest victories burn with rare brilliance. Its legacy is one of tragedy, yet also of defiance, the reminder that courage matters most when hope is at its weakest. If you've enjoyed this journey into Ravenloft's dark history, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next chapter in our exploration of fantasy realms. Every bit of support helps keep these stories alive, and soon the mists will part again, not into terror, but into wonder. Beyond their veil lies Mystara, a realm of ancient empires, lost civilizations, and even secrets hidden within the hollow heart of the world. From horror, we step next into boundless adventure.